Dublin. Gerry Adams on Saturday, November 18, announced he will be stepping down next year as leader of Ireland's Sinn Féin party, after 34 years as the dominant figurehead of Irish republicanism. At 69, Adams was re-elected for one more term as party president at Sinn Féin's annual Congress in Dublin, but called for a special conference in 2018 to elect a successor for the post he has held since 1983. Leadership means knowing when it's time for change, and that time is now, Adams told the conference in an emotional speech, adding, "This is my last conference as president of Sinn Féin." Adams said he would also not be standing for re-election to the Irish Parliament. Call for Brexit veto. Adams emphasized the party's social message, warned about the impact of Brexit, and said one of the party's greatest achievements was the peace process which brought to an end a conflict in Northern Ireland in which more than 3,500 people were killed. On Brexit, he urged Irish Prime Minister Leo Varadkar, as an EU leader, to veto an agreement between Britain and the bloc if there are no guarantees that the border between Ireland and Northern Ireland will remain open. Ireland's government has only recently woken up to the reality that Brexit, on British government terms, is not acceptable, he said. He has a veto. Leo should use that veto, he said. Adams also repeated his call for a referendum on Irish reunification to be held in the next 5 years. Republicanism has never been stronger. This is our time, he told conference delegates. It is achievable, and it will be achieved, he said. Past as millstone, no figure has put themselves forward as a clear candidate to replace Adams. However, Sinn Féin's Vice President Mary Lou MacDonald, 48, a Dublin Member of Parliament, is a likely favourite. She would present a fresh face and has no historic links to the Irish Republican Army, the now-defunct paramilitary wing of Sinn Féin responsible for more than 1,700 deaths during the conflict known as the Troubles in Northern Ireland. While Adams played a major role in convincing the IRA to disarm as part of the Northern Ireland peace process and masterminded Sinn Féin's rise to become the second biggest political force north of the border and the third in the south, many consider his past a millstone. If we go into the next election with Gerry as leader, it caps our potential growth, a party source told the Irish Times newspaper. The conference in Dublin voted on more than 170 motions, including some which will have a major impact on the political orientation of the Socialist Party. On Friday, the party voted for a proposal that will allow it to participate as the junior member of a governing coalition in Dublin, breaking their traditional line of saying they would only do so as the major party. Sinn Féin wants to be in government, north and south, MP Pearse Doherty said on Tuesday, adding that any government would have to be in line with the party's Republican principles, notably on the question of Irish reunification. "We need to be prepared to be in government," Adams said.